Streaming on clickorlando.com and broadcasting live, you're watching News 6 at noon.
Now at noon, it is Giving Tuesday, and we are live at Cranes Roost Park, working with the Salvation Army to raise money this holiday season. But first, we start in Lake County. That's where commissioners unanimously voted to move forward with getting back a little more than $1.3 million in economic incentives from Kroger and Ocado. This comes after Kroger announced it would be closing its Groveland Distribution Center, leaving nearly 1,000 people without jobs. Your Lake County community correspondent Emily McLeod has been following this story and joins us live. And Emily, since the closure was announced, there have been a lot of people talking about what would happen to those incentive dollars.
Yeah, and we did see some officials come out on social media and say they would be working to try and get back some of that money. Lake County had a 10-year economic incentive agreement with Kroger and Ocado, and the county says because they are closing that Kroger Groveland facility just a few years into that 10-year agreement, that's why they are going after the incentive payments that were already paid out over the last few years. So when I first spoke to Commissioner Sean Parks about this, he told me Kroger and Ocado had to meet certain requirements in the agreement to get those payments, and they did. In the termination agreements the commission approved today, the county is seeking to recover a little more than $460,000 from Kroger and a little more than $870,000 from Ocado Solutions. We caught up with Commissioner Parks after this morning's meeting, and he's confident the county will get this money back.
It's a 10-year agreement. We, on a yearly basis, we're looking at them, whether they met the criteria to receive that benefit on a yearly basis. They did for a couple years. I still believe that they're not, and they're in breach of contract for the full 10 years, which we, of course, today discussed addressing that through legal means as well. So I think that we're pretty well protected on it.
Now, on top of this, the county also agreed to move forward on reallocating the $400,000 that was budgeted for the incentive payments for the 2026 tax year. That money will now go to CareerSource Central Florida as well as other educational partners to help out with trainings for the Lake County residents who are impacted by these layoffs. However, 10% of that $400,000 will be reallocated to road projects, which is another top priority issue here in Lake County for commissioners. We're going to continue to stay on top of this story and bring you any new details later today on News 6 and over on clickorlando.com. For now, reporting live in Tavares, I'm your Lake County community correspondent, Emily McLeod, News 6.
Emily, thank you. Indian River County is honoring a deputy killed in the line of duty late last month. This is a look at today's memorial service for Terry Sweeting Mashkow. She was killed while trying to serve an eviction notice at a home near Vero Beach about 2 weeks ago. Sheriff Eric Flowers says Michael Haberstam fired at deputies when they tried to enter his home, killing Mashkow. Another deputy was also hurt, and a locksmith died as well. After being taken to the hospital, the suspect later died. Mashkow was posthumously promoted to sergeant. Turning now to get a check of your forecast, Candace. We are watching a big system that's brought us some rain today and also going to be bringing us a cool down as we head through the next couple days.
Right, and right now we have been dealing with some significant rainfall, some of the heaviest rain we've seen in quite some time moving through Central Florida. Now the cold front still hasn't made its way here just yet, so it's still going to be a warm afternoon, but you can see the mess that the system that brought us the rain is bringing now for parts of the Northeast, up and down the eastern seaboard. Rain, snow, sleet, the mix, right? As we look here at the radar right now, we are starting to dry out. The last little bit of rain right now that we are picking up is just north of Mims, crossing over 95. We'll continue to exit out towards the open waters there, but you can see that cold front still just to our north. We will have a little more rain to deal with today before we really start to cool things down. We'll have more on that coming up in just a couple minutes.
Candace, thank you. An officer in Port St. Lucie is in critical condition this afternoon after being shot late last night during a house call. Investigators say police were called to a home over a neighbor dispute. Police say the suspect, Salvatore Riccio, was armed with a rifle, ignored several commands, and opened fire. Investigators say Sergeant Eric Lavaseur was shot twice in the face before officers returned fire. That officer was rushed to surgery and at last check is in critical condition. FDLE is investigating. You may have noticed them or even received a ticket from red light cameras across Orange County. The purpose is to stop deadly crashes at intersections and to try to keep the roads safe. Now a new report is shedding light on just how many people in Orange County are running red lights and receiving tickets. News 6's Stephanie Rodriguez breaks down the report commissioners are receiving today.
I have the report here. It shows that the county took in over $9 million this past year from red light camera violations. That money is split up between Orange County and the state of Florida. I took a look at the report. Here's what I found. Between July 2024 and June 2025, Orange County issued 79,569 red light camera violations. 44,470 have been paid, totaling over $9.4 million in revenue. Orange County took $5.3 million, while $3.5 million went to the state. Most of the county's revenue pays for the cameras, while the rest was put in the public works budget for traffic-related projects. Orange County has 57 red light cameras at 35 intersections. The goal of red light cameras, like at this intersection here at Central Florida Parkway and John Young Parkway, is to reduce the amount of traffic-related fatalities while also improving safety on county roads like this one.
If somebody's going to run a red light, they're going to run it with a camera or not, you know.
Drivers like Aaron Lineberry aren't thrilled about the number of cameras or the lack of leeway for minor infractions.
I can understand why they want them and everything, but I think that they need to be a little bit more lenient if somebody's going through a yellow light, you know, because a lot of these lights seems like they change too quick.
But photo enforced is a phrase drivers will see even more of soon. Orlando just voted to add 55 more cameras, and Osceola County is adding them to 3 more intersections.
I think there's enough.
Now, according to this annual report, data shows that there's been a 36% reduction in crashes at intersections that have red light cameras since this program began in 2013, although some other studies show kind of a mixed bag when it comes to red light cameras and safety. Reporting in Orange County, Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
In Seminole County, one person is in the hospital after a house fire broke out in a neighborhood. It happened around 5:15 this morning. You can see here multiple units responded, and it looks like the fire started in a garage. Sanford police say the fire was put out and one person was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. We'll update you as we learn more. In just over an hour, suspended Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez is due back in court. It's a plea hearing in the case against him tied to an illegal gambling operation. Lopez has pleaded not guilty to racketeering and is requesting a jury trial. All 5 other defendants, including his estranged wife, have taken plea deals and agreed to testify in the case. Lopez could get decades in prison if convicted. Today is Giving Tuesday, and News 6 and BFAR Contracting are again teaming up with the Salvation Army to get results for 5,000 kids and 1,000 seniors this year. Right now, a little more than 4,800 angels have been adopted, and we're still shy of our goal, and you can make a big difference today. News 6 anchor Lisa Bell joins us from Cranes Roost Park in Altamont Springs, looking so festive. And Lisa, you are out there because the Salvation Army is raising money for angels who still haven't been picked, or some of those forgotten angels that we have every year.
That's right, Julie. They're also raising money for all the programs that they run year round, and their goal today is $100,000. But we have some good news, Julie. Look behind me. We have the world's largest red kettle right here in Central Florida to collect all of that money that they're hoping to raise today. Joining me now is Major Roger Glick with the Salvation Army. So the goal today is to raise $100,000. Tell us more about where all that money goes.
You know, all that money immediately, part of that money is going to go to support Forgotten Angels. So there'll be individuals who maybe picked an angel off of a tree, or kids that didn't get picked. We want to make sure, and or seniors, we want to make sure they get something under the tree. So some of the money is going to go to that. Some of the money is going to go support what the Army does year round. So every day, 365 days a year, the Army's busy clothing people, feeding people, giving people a place to stay, trying to keep people from being homeless. So it's all going to go that direction.
This time of year is such an important time of year for nonprofits. In fact, you guys collect about 60% of all of your donations during the holiday season.
Yeah, the holiday, I like to call it, it's our high time. So it's our opportunity when we are the most visible. So we really encourage the public to just engage with us at a high level during this time and, you know, make a donation.
And today you have a supporter who's going to match the first $10,000 that are donated?
Yeah, that supporter's already given the $10,000. We have it, and so he wants other people to match that money because he believes in the important work that the Salvation Army does. So please give to match that. That's
awesome. Now you can actually come out here today and drop some money into the world's largest red kettle. We have several ways you can donate. You can call the number 407-423-4936, which will connect you directly with the Salvation Army in Orlando. You can also scan a QR code that you see there on your screen, or you can text the word good to the number 24365. Julie, we plan to be out here until about 6:30 tonight, and so far the weather has been just beautiful. So come on out and say hello.
All right, Lisa, I'm glad your Santa hat's not getting wet out there. We will see you later. Giving Tuesday is just the beginning of holiday events at Cranes Roost Park. Light Up the Holidays is now on display there, featuring a 60-foot Christmas tree, 8,000 Christmas lights, and more than 400 new holiday displays. This Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m., you can wander through 3 enchanting-themed areas, including the whimsical world of Candy Dreams and the magical realm of Frozen. Santa and Mrs. Claus will also be there in Santa's workshop with a fireworks show scheduled for 6:30.
If you are sick and tired of your fan wobbling like this, there's an easy answer, actually. You can balance these blades. I'm Eric Von Ankett, getting results at home, coming up.
Here's a live look over downtown Mount Dora, where we're seeing some cloud cover hanging around. You're watching News 6 at noon. We'll be right back.
Introducing the new $25 million Gold Rush Multiplier Scratch-Off from the Florida Lottery.
I'm News 6 anchor Eric Von Ankett, the handy newsman, getting results at home today in Kissimmee, showing you how to stop the wobble with a $4 part. So this is a fan balancing kit that we got at Ace. It comes with 2 weights in case one doesn't do the job, and a clip to show you where to put the weights. The first step is putting the clip on each of the 5 different fan blades to see which one helps the wobble the most. So this is the blade where the wobble improved the most. Now we're going to take the clip and move it up and down the blade to find the sweet spot. So it's not perfect, but there's definitely less wobble. We actually ended up using 2 balancing kits, which is 4 different weights. You can use even more if you want to try and make it perfect. But keep this in mind. It also depends on the age of your fan. It depends on if the blades are drooping. And in this case, Diane's grandkids use this fan as target practice for their Nerf guns and soccer balls. Well, Diane,
Wow, looks great.
it's better.
It's quiet.
You'll take it.
Yes, that's awesome.
You were kind of worried before that it would launch.
Yeah, or hit one of the kids. Come down.
I don't think that's going to happen now.
Good. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thanks.
My pleasure.
Time now is 12:16, so time to get a check of your forecast. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is here. We've already seen some rain today, but some of that's moving out with some cooler air, perhaps.
Right. Right now, we're close to near 80, so the cooler weather for sure is not even here. The main cold front, Julie, hasn't even made its way here just yet, but there is still going to be a low-end chance for rain. Earlier today, we were about a 40 to 50% shot. Many folks saw a little bit of rain earlier this morning, but now our rain chance to go down a little bit. So we're letting down to about 30% throughout the rest of the afternoon as that main front moves through. Now, once it does so, it is going to be a really nice stretch of weather for both Wednesday and Thursday. Highs are back to near to just below average in the mid to low 70s. So really nice, mild, sunny couple of days ahead before our next rainmaker arrives for the weekend. As of now, it looks like temperatures as well as rain chances will be on the rise starting by the end of the week. Looking here at the radar again, we had the bulk of the rain already moving offshore, but still the cold front is still a couple more miles up to the north. But as this system continues to move in, it will still allow for a couple more scattered showers to develop, kind of being that focal point of maybe producing another quick little downpour like this one that we're tracking, just crisscrossing north of Mims on its way out. And really at this point in time, that is the only rain that we have to talk about for now, but we still, again, have that front to get through the area. Now, temperatures out the door right now, we're in the low 80s. It is a warm afternoon. We're at 82 degrees in Ocala. We're at 81 degrees in the Villages, 79 in Orlando, 79 in Cape Canaveral, and right now 82 in Cocoa Beach. So not only is it kind of muggy out there, that southwesterly breeze is really pumping in more of that humidity. So certainly air that you can wear this afternoon. And notice, look how strong the wind gusts are at this point in time. Right now ranging between about 23 and upwards of 28 miles per hour out of the southwest. So the winds, though, once the front clears, will all start to shift out of the north, and they will start funneling in some of that drier, cooler air by tomorrow. But now let's check on that hour-by-hour forecast for today.
Sponsored by Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. AC emergency, you ought to call Strata.
So your highs this afternoon, again, pretty much where we are already. Low 80s. Rain chances again will start to taper off as the front continues to come through. And then as the sun goes down, we will notice a bit of a drier trend as that front finally moves out. So I want to show you here, this is clouds and rain futurecast. You can see that I think it's a little bit delayed. I think most of the rain that we saw has already kind of crossed through. But again, we're going to hold that chance of rain. There will be that potential of having just a little more moisture in place to be able to produce a couple more scattered showers. You can see a little bit of green there as the sun goes down. But as that front finally clears, those skies will kind of open up and we'll finally start to see some cooler conditions by tomorrow afternoon. So as we cool down, we're going to cool down Wednesday and Thursday. But again, there is another rainmaker that we're going to be watching pretty closely. Right now, we don't have exact details on the exact timing and intensity of this rain that we could see. As of now, some models fluctuate on more of a Saturday or more of a Sunday play. So I just want to give you a quick heads up because I know December weekends always are jammed packed before the holidays. So you might want to just have some options, maybe making sure that you have your umbrella with you or some indoor options. But in the meantime, though, it's going to be really nice and cool for both Wednesday and Thursday. Julie.
Candace, thank you. The holiday season is in full swing, but someone in Brevard County is stealing some of the spirit of the season.
Oh, isn't the Grinch coming around? It might be him.
The huge ornament stolen from a display in Brevard County and what the display's executive director says about the heist. It's a holiday heist in Brevard County. These giant ornaments you see right here, ornaments the size of a person, have suddenly vanished from the Melbourne Christmas display. Melbourne Main Street says someone stole 2 of the 6-foot Christmas bulbs on the corner of New Haven and Livingston, and it's not clear why. Executive Director Kim Agee told Melbourne community correspondent James Sparvero she's hoping the thieves were caught on camera. The blue and orange bulbs were the ones taken from the display. Melbourne Main Street says it will not press charges if the ornaments are returned. Be sure to check out our all-new primetime lineup this evening. Matt and Ginger have a new take on the news, on the day's news on News 6 tonight. That's at 9. Then go in depth as we track the latest weather developments and answer your weather questions with meteorologist Jonathan Kagas at 9:30. Then you can watch the late news an hour earlier. It's all tonight on News 6 Plus. You can download our streaming app for free. Just search WKMG in your smart TV's app store. It's also available on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. Here is a live look from our Launch Credit Union camera at Port Canaveral, where we are seeing some clouds and even some light showers. You're watching News 6 at noon. We're back in 3 minutes. We've been tracking a little bit of rain today with the cold front.
Yes, we do need a little more rain, to be honest with you. But hey, we'll take whatever we can get. We will have just still a low-end chance for rain through the rest of the afternoon as that main front comes through. It is still going to be pretty warm, high today, 81. And then we're talking about a 10-degree drop in temperature, Julie, by today and tomorrow. And then those 80s return, maybe even a little more rain in the forecast, again, for your weekend. So stay tuned. We'll, of course, kind of iron out those details as we get a little closer in.
Okay, so boots for 2 days only. The next few days.
It.
Thanks for joining us this noon. Our next newscast is at 4. You can always check clickorlando.com for updates. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.